so there you are, matinee lady. You're not doing the hoedown throwdown.
No way.
All the tweens are doing it.
No. Well, I'm not a tween.
Oh. Oh, you're still a tween. You're just a few years out of your tweendom, aren't you, matinee lady?
That's what you want to think.
All right. Why don't we jump right into our films with the first one, which is 17 Again. Class of 1989's Mike O'Donnell is a star on his high school basketball court with a college scout in the stands and a bright future in his grasp. But instead, he decides to throw it all away to share his life with his girlfriend, Scarlett, and the baby he just learned they are expecting. Almost 20 years later, Mike's glory days are behind him. His marriage to Scarlett, boy, this is all should have been. Mike is given another chance.
His reads are horrible.
That should have been cut down because we're already at the part where he has become 17 again.
18.
Unfortunately, Mike may look 17 again, but his 30-something outlook is totally uncool in the class of 2009. And in trying to recapture his best years, Mike could lose the best things that ever happened to him.
Oh, he's got his official Zac. What is it? What's his?
Zac Efron?
Efron's hairdo now.
Rated PG-13 for language, some sexual material, and teen partying.
Well, you know what that leads to, Ed.
Right. Children.
Bukkake.
He's got one last shot.
It's not about me. It's about helping Alex and Maggie.
To get things right.
Who won? No, it's pretty even. Really? On YouTube, it looked like you were getting your butt kicked.
New Line Cinema presents.
When you're young,
We've seen this theme
feels
before,
like
huh?
the world.
This was, there was a script going around.
Chev Chilios launches himself on an electrifying chase through Los Angeles in pursuit of a Chinese mobster who has stolen his nearly indestructible heart. Frank I. Vulture is written and directed by the duo behind the 2006 hit film Crank and the upcoming Game, starring Jared Butler. And this has frenetic, strong, bloody violence, crude and graphic sexual content, nudity, evasive language.
Where have you been? I thought you were dead.
I believe in the trailer I saw, he has to get himself charged up so much he makes whoopee with a 70-year-old woman or something. Yes. Did he have an electronic heart in the first one? Is that what it was?
I thought they implanted something in it.
Let's listen and see if we can pick up any. It looks good to me. I don't know.
Really?
To rub against. It causes static electricity.
Like his hot little whore.
Okay, that's a little too much information.
They got what you need in pristine working condition.
So this is how it is. I'm giving.
Chev Chilios launches himself on an electrifying chase through Los Angeles in pursuit of a Chinese mobster who has stolen his nearly indestructible heart. Frank I. Vulture is written and directed by the duo behind the 2006 hit film Crank and the upcoming Game, starring Jared Butler. And this has frenetic, strong, bloody violence, crude and graphic sexual content, nudity, evasive language.
Where have you been? I thought you were dead.
I believe in the trailer I saw, he has to get himself charged up so much he makes whoopee with a 70-year-old woman or something. Yes. Did he have an electronic heart in the first one? Is that what it was?
I thought they implanted something in it.
Let's listen and see if we can pick up any. It looks good to me. I don't know.
Really?
To rub against. It causes static electricity.
Like his hot little whore.
Okay, that's a little too much information.
They got what you need in pristine working condition.
So this is how it is. I'm giving.
An unidentified man is responsible for the explosion of mayhem, murder, and lewd behavior that has swept Los Angeles.
I know how this game works.
Your socials have taken some of the nobility's slaves.
It's like it's out of control. It's like a fun time at the theater, right?
Crank 2.
Those things aren't designed for strenuous activity. Tell me about it.
You gotta put something decent out there.
Right, or we're just not going to go.
Loosen up a 10 spot for that.
We will not go if they're bad. Coming up, the DVD releases from this week.
For a 10 spot, that could be entertainment over at the Fuller Roadhouse, Ed, and watch some 50-year-old cougars with belly shirts on.
Were you over at the...
You see the cesarean scar.
Were you over at the Fuller Roadhouse lately?
Yeah.
You were? And what's that like in there? Who was playing?
Oh, it's a dive.
It's a dive, but there's a lot of 50-year-old cougars out.
My God. But the worst clothes you ever saw.
They're still wearing the 20-year-old clothes?
One had some black tights on and a size 10 pump, and her foot was a 7. She was sliding around in those heels. And some kind of billowy kind of blouse deal with her top was free.
Uh-huh.
She did the...
She was untethered?
No, she was dancing like she was trying to make it rain.
Oh, no.
And then a belly shirt woman. There's no reason for a belly shirt.
Not at that age.
55, easy.
Yeah. She doesn't look like Valerie Bertinelli, I'm sure. She didn't have the sprayed-on abs.
My Lord, it was some kind of lovely.
Well, it's always an interesting sight out there.
Oh.
Now, somebody that I know was, this is an interesting story. It does tie in the film related. I'll tell you the film in a moment. They were out paying their respects at a local Troy cemetery very early in the morning.
All right.
About 8:30, and there's, of course, nobody around at 8:30 in the cemetery. And paying their respects before work.
Do I know the person before I start?
No.
Okay, good.
So they're in there, and all of a sudden they look...
You want to get it when the corpses are fresh, Ed, when there's a nice dew over the top.
Right. Yeah. So they're in there, and they look over, and there's a City of Troy truck, the work crew or something, and out comes 2 of the workmen. Not sure if it was a male or female, but as the things progressed, the pants were dropped by one of the work people, and another one dropped behind the person, and it was like Brokeback Mountain in the cemetery. It was Brokeback Cemetery.
So you're saying these 2 people might have been of the same sex?
They were of the same sex.
They were the same sex.
As it was later.
Oh, later.
Things were reciprocated.
So on the city's dime.
On the city's dime.
They picked a romantic interlude.
Right.
Next to Mr. Johnson, devoted father.
Right. So the next time you're paying tribute to your loved ones in the cemetery, God only knows what was going on.
Isn't that really the whole circle of life in one?
It is. We were not creating life with those 2, but I'm sure others have gone in there. So there they were, City of Troy workmen with their pants around their ankles and their work belts down on the ground.
Were they next to the truck?
They were next to the truck. One of them had his hand on the truck for support.
For bracing. Right.
Right.
Because they were doing a job. They had a...
I don't know if it was at the beginning of the shift or the...
He had one of those safety belts on so he didn't strain his lower back.
I think that was on the ground.
And it was daylight, 8:30.
8:30, very early. So I don't know if this was the beginning of the shift or the end of a late night shift.
I don't know if I could muster up that kind of activity at 8:30 in the morning.
I guess it depends on your type and where you can get things in and on the run and wherever. And
wow. That is.
So that is quite a story.
One of your workmates told you this?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Oh, they did mention that some sort of lubricant was brought out and applied.
Can you imagine?
They had probably pulled out the grease gun.
Like the Tin Man.
So, it was somebody I work with.
What if the yellow hats were still on?
Probably
Clinking off of the metal truck. Ding, ding. Oh my God.
Oh man, it's something you never know what you're gonna see out there in the world.
Now, did these city workers see these other people
No.
in the cemetery?
No, and then they had to wait till they couldn't get out.
Until they were done?
They were done and out the truck. So I don't know how many cemeteries Troy has. But one of them, watch out when you're in there. And
something else.
Quite a scene out there.